Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unwrap the secrets of sweets one filing at a time. Today, it looks like we've got something a little spicy from BioAtla's Incorporated, a company that seems to be playing a very interesting game of chess with its voting power. So, what exactly is this filing? It is an 8K, which is basically a report for any major event that shareholders should know about immediately. Think of it as the company's quick update to the world. And the big event here happened back on the 9th of January 2026. Now, this isn't your typical financial earnings report, but it does have some serious implications for how this company is run and who has the ultimate say. We are talking about BioAtla's Incorporated, a company you might know from its stock ticker BCAB that trades on the Nasdaq Capital Market. The most interesting part of this report kicks off with the company announcing they've approved the issuance of one very special share of stock. This isn't just any share, it is a series of junior preferred stock, nicknamed the Super Voting Share. And guess who got it? Their chairman, CEO, and co-founder, JM. Short, he bought this share for a whopping 1 cent, a real steal. Right? This is meant to be a private transaction, exempt from the usual registration rules, because they say it is a deal with an accredited investor and not a public offering. Now, this super voting share is where things get really fascinating. BioAtla's has officially filed papers to create this share, and its rights, preferences, and privileges are laid out in a certificate of designation. Here is the kicker. This super voting share gives its holder a massive amount of voting power, but only on specific proposals. These voting proposals are pretty specific. They include things like approving changes to the company's charter that would combine existing shares of common stock into fewer shares, or any other matter the board decides is related to such a proposal. When one of these voting proposals comes up, the holder of the super voting share gets to cast a number of votes equal to the total number of common shares outstanding. That's a huge amount of influence. But there is a condition. The holder of this super voting share must vote all those shares in favour of a proposal, if at least 2/3 of the voting power of the common stock present and entitled to vote also approve it. If less than 2/3 approve it, then the holder of the super voting share must vote all those votes against it. So this share is essentially a tiebreaker or a super enforcer, depending on the situation. It is designed to ensure that if there is significant support for a proposal among common shareholders, the super voting share will push it over the top, and if there isn't, it will definitively vote against it. Now, this superpower comes with some limitations. The holder doesn't get any dividends, and in case of liquidation, they only get one thin dime back before anyone else. They can also be bought back by the company for a mere 1 cent. And importantly, this super voting share cannot be transferred to anyone else without the board's permission. This means that massive voting power is staying firmly with the CEO. This super voting share is really tied into a larger ongoing story at BioAtla's, which is detailed in the other events section. It seems the company has been trying to get shareholder approval for a reverse stock split. They held a special meeting of stockholders back on the 30th of December 2025, and it was reconvened again on the 12th of January 2026. The original purpose was to vote on a few key things, including a potential stock issuance related to some financing agreements, a reverse stock split, and an adjournment proposal. While shareholders approved the stock issuance and adjournment, they didn't quite have enough votes for the reverse stock split. So they adjourned the meeting to try and get more votes, even with over 70% of the proxies received voting. For the reverse stock split, they still didn't meet the required 2/3 voting power needed for approval. Because of this, the meeting was adjourned again, this time to the 26th of January 2026, to give them more time to convince shareholders. And this is where the super voting share comes into play. The report makes it very clear, if common stockholders reach that 2/3 threshold of approval for the reverse stock split, the CEO's super voting share will cast its massive block of votes to ensure it passes. If they don't reach that threshold, the super voting share will vote against it. It is a way to guarantee the outcome if there is substantial agreement among other shareholders. The company also includes a standard cautionary note regarding forward-looking statements. This is basically a disclaimer saying that future predictions they make might not actually happen because of various risks and uncertainties. They mention things like getting the necessary shareholder vote for the reverse stock split and complying with Nasdaq listing rules. Finally, we have the exhibits. The most important one here is Exhibit 3.1, which is the actual certificate of designation for that super voting share, referenced throughout the report. So, what can we make of all this? BioAtla's Incorporated seems to be in a bit of a bind, needing shareholder approval for a reverse stock split. Likely to boost its stock price and meet exchange requirements, they've structured things so their CEO, through this special super voting share, can effectively control the outcome of key votes if there is enough support from other shareholders. It's a powerful tool, but it also raises questions about corporate governance and shareholder democracy. While the intention might be to steer the company through challenging times, it concentrates a lot of power in one individual. This super voting share mechanism is designed to give the leadership a strong hand in critical decisions, especially those that might be controversial or require a supermajority. The company is clearly focused on navigating its current challenges, particularly concerning its stock price and Nasdaq listing. The strategy with this super voting share is a clear signal of intent to maintain control over significant corporate actions. What stands out is the company's proactive approach to securing its strategic goals, even if it means creating a unique class of stock with such concentrated voting power. The key risk here is always how this concentrated power is wielded. Will it be used for the long-term benefit of all shareholders, or will it primarily serve the interests of the controlling party? The upcoming votes driven by this new share structure will be watched closely. Alright, that is our breakdown of BioAtla Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on this super voting share and its implications for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this deep dive valuable, please hit that like button and subscribe for more corporate analyses. And don't forget to join our Discord community, linked in the description for even more discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Corporate Decoder.